All right, all right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, idealists and visionaries, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I'm here to make it known that we are here with another episode of Binge Or Cringe, and it's not really a full, serious episode like I usually do. I'm here to discuss some stuff. Nothing bad, nothing, all good things, just things that I have started on working behind the scenes, and some things that I have been working on in general that you guys have noticed, and just things that I want to have happen moving forward with the podcast. And it's not going to be a long talk, possibly. It's probably me just rambling. I did inform some people that I am going to be live if they wanted to hop in the stream. So, but, just some announcements. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to be here longer than 30 minutes, if that. So, excuse me. But, yeah, sorry. Let me just make sure some of this is working. Yeah, so yeah, we're here, we're live. Let's talk about it. Whoever's watching currently, thank you for stopping by and watching. I appreciate you. Uh, I didn't really promote nor announce this. This is something I just decided to do today. I didn't really have um, an actual idea for the podcast today. I was actually going to skip it. Normally we do go live every Tuesday at 8, especially now currently with my new schedule that I have for work, and it just gives me more freedom to stream at night and do the podcast every Tuesday consistently and everything like that. So, but without further ado, let's get into it. So Binge or Cringe, what's next for it? Okay. Um, there's a lot that I want to do with this podcast and do with my channel in general. There's a lot I want to do under the name Ideal Tone. A lot I wanted to do under the name of the podcast, Binge or Cringe, and as well as the podcast, which is more of the interactive podcast. Don't get smacked for talking smack. I definitely want to do more episodes of that. Fun stuff, fun stuff. But basically, I wanna move forward with it. Hey Rob, thanks for stopping by, bro. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just talking about what's next for Binge or Cringe. Um, what I want to do now, the next thing for Binge or Cringe. Hey Chris, appreciate you stopping by, bro. Hey, thanks for showing love, guys. About to make the first announcement of what's going to happen for Binge or Cringe now. It is something that I kind of already started, and I actually started it I started it a minute ago without even realizing it. Then I started doing it more I just started doing it more, and I'm going to do it more. And the plan is to do it once a month. The takeovers, okay. If you guys haven't noticed, we've done takeovers multiple times, 3 times now, I believe, 3, 4 times we've done a takeover, and without me really realizing it, but it was one. I just didn't pay much mind to it. But it was and it was fun, and I'm glad I did it. My first actual takeover was with Philly Pre, who was also my mom. Her takeover was about Korean dramas, and I had no problem doing that. Binge or Cringe is not just about anime; it's more focused on anime and animation, but it's not just about that. So I don't mind when I do takeovers and the person who's taking over. My mom's not here right now. Yes, I did go live 4 minutes ago, but that was just the opening segment, and I was just introducing I was just doing the introductions, Chris. But yeah. So the takeovers, my and Philly Pre is my mother. She is well known within um the city that we live in. or even like she's actually kind of well known in just the tri-state area where we live for K culture, Korean culture. That's K-pop. Which is music. R&B, K rock and soul, Korean food, Korean languages, make Korean makeup classes. Like my mom, literally, she got it. So recently, and you guys can follow her at Philly Pre on Instagram and all social medias, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was one difference on one of them, but it's Philly Pre, and she recently just got invited to the art museum, which is now showcasing Korean art by Korean artists. And she was invited to the press conference for it, like the opening press, like the day before the art exhibits actually went live. And she was there. She did news feed, and she was very excited, and she had a good time. And that's my mom is just one of the people who's starting to grow who's been growing in that community for a long time, and I'm really proud of her for what she's done. But and like I said, my mom did a takeover. We didn't call it that at the time, but it was, I guess it was a takeover, and hers was about Korean dramas, and I watch Korean dramas too. I don't watch as many as she does. I'm more of an anime person, obviously. But Korean dramas, there are some Korean dramas. If you won't watch them, some of these Korean dramas be hitting, and you be on the edge of your seat, and they be pissing you off sometimes every step of the way. It is what it is. You're 13% Korean, Rob. Is that because of the food you eat, or is that really blood? Be honest with me, bro. But yeah. So what I was saying was she was the first takeover. Then what? Couple months after that, maybe a year, the second takeover was actually Jasmine Milan, which you guys have known, which you guys are getting to know Jasmine. Oh, you did the test. Okay, I didn't know you did the background test or ethnic background test. Good. Okay, man, I didn't know you. See. See, now you can't get mad at me for calling you Asian at one time. You can't get mad at me for you 13% Korean. You can't get mad at me no more for that. Oh man, that's just too funny how that all worked out. But what was I saying? Yeah, so Jasmine, she's been very heavily in the episode she's been on. And she at 13% French. Nah, bro, we sticking with the 13%. 3% French. Nah, we sticking with the 13 Korean. Outweighs that, bro. The 13% Korean outweighs that. So, Jasmine's been on the podcast a couple times. She's had 2 takeovers, and both her takeovers have done pretty good. Her first one, she was nervous and didn't really know what to do. I helped her along, helped her walk through it. Second one, she did even better than the first. And both her episodes have done really well. Her first episode, I think, did over 100 views. I don't remember where the second one's at right now, because I think it's still continuing to rise in views. But I know last time I checked, it was 20 something views. But that was a couple days ago. I haven't checked since then, so I probably should check. I might have done more by then. Who knows? Because she seems to be popular on the show, as well as a bunch of other characters or people I have on the panel. And then the goal now is to do a takeover once a month. Takeovers will be with people I know, friends, people I've met at conventions, cons, and these are people who have been on the podcast. I usually invite them on the podcast first. And once they get on the podcast and they get the feel for it and everything like that, I usually invite them to do a takeover. I started inviting these people to do a takeover if they're interested. And I've gotten majority good response. So most people are like, yeah, I'll do it, blah, blah, blah. Actually, the next takeover is next week. And it is with my boy J Smack. And my boy J Smack, man, he's an entertaining guy. I will tell you that. He is entertaining. So next takeover is next week, but I want to do more takeovers. The plan is to do one takeover a month. I have a couple more in the works. You want to do a takeover, Rob? Yeah, we could do a takeover, bro. Just let me know. Do I have it this? I think I have somebody for December. Rob, if you don't mind waiting until February or January, February area, you can do a takeover. Yeah, but like I don't mind having like my friends and close personal friends and family and whatever. I don't care who you are. If you got something to bring to the table and you want to do a takeover, hit me up. I'm cool with that. Um, and the plan is to get more people to do takeovers, to get more people to reach out and to get more audience. So that's where I'm at with the podcast right now. Takeovers. I want to do more of them, and I wanted to make it a monthly thing. And we're going to continue that. We're going to continue pushing that envelope. So takeovers. Moving on. The next thing I want to talk about. Starting tomorrow, because I don't stream on Wednesdays or Sundays. Or at least I stream on Sundays here and there, depending. But I don't stream on Wednesdays or Sundays for good reason. Sunday I have to go back to work the next day, so I'd rather use that day to rest up, play video games at my leisure, and watch anime and just relax and take naps or whatever. Just relax. Just a me day. You know what I mean? Obviously do some stuff around the house if I have to, but just a me day. No, you don't have to be physically. First of all, I'm not in my room, Rob. No, but you don't have to be physically here. You could do a takeover from wherever you're at, so that's fine. Takeovers don't mean you have to be physically here. Jasmine's first takeover was not here. Her second takeover was here, so you don't have to be here. If you want to be here, you can. But what was I saying? Yeah, so starting tomorrow, like I said, Wednesday is a day I choose not to stream. I choose not to only stream 5 days out of the week as of right now until I get more used to it. I don't know, Rob. Maybe we can order something if you decide to come here. We can order some food. But if that's the case, you can't eat at my station. We will have to do the table version of Binge. We will have to do the table version. It has been dubbed the tone table. I will have to set up the tone table, so that will probably have to be on a different day. I'm not cooking for you. That's not what I'm doing. Anyway, starting tomorrow, I'm going to start applying to get ahead of the game, especially for those who have already announced it, to start doing panels at conventions. You guys have seen me. I've gone to conventions. I do my interviews, and I still love, and I'm still going to do those. And I'm gonna change up the game a little bit for the interviews here and there. I'm gonna make some new interview question or whatever. And my previous interview question was short and sweet, and I'm still going to take that interview question with me. I'm probably going to do that at conventions I haven't been to yet. But any conventions I've been to, I'm going to change the game and what the question is. So I'm definitely going to be working on that. So tomorrow is going to be a thought day, working on some stuff for me. But yeah, I'm going to be applying for panels for conventions that I plan to attend starting next year. And the first one I'm applying to because they already announced it, which the chances of me being on a panel at this place, it depends because, my channel it's okay. It's not as big as some other channels. So the competition is big. So, but I'm going to try anyway. You never know. So, but I'm going to be applying for a panel at DreamCon. As well as I'm going to be applying, once they announce it, a panel for BlurCon. I'm thinking J1Con, AY if they have it available, because I plan on going to AY next year. I also want to apply if they have them, which I think they do. They do a panel for TwitchCon. When the next con, so the next con, I might be going to Anime NYC. I might be going to Anime NYC. That's the next con for me, Rob. But if you're talking about the next con, like if in our city our state. The next one is not for a minute. They're all scheduled for 2024 at this rate. So, but I'll keep you posted, bro. I'm not rich, Rob. I just plan ahead of time. I save money, man, and do what I got to do to make it there. So, when's the one in New York City? It's literally in like a week and a half, and the tickets are basically sold out. The only reason I might be able to go is because I have a friend who's going to be able to get me in because he has extra passes because he is going to be working there, and to thank him for that, I did promise to help work the booth and volunteer for about like 2 to 3 hours, so or 4, whatever the case. Um, but he said he has extra passes, but he has to double check. He won't know for sure until he gets there, but he said he should. So when he'll contact me on Friday and let me know, and I'll be going down for the day on Saturday, depending on what the answer is on Friday. But at this rate, everything looks to be like favorable, and I'll be able to make it. So, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. So applying for panels, applying for DreamCon panel tomorrow. I have an idea of what I want to do, but basically the idea is I'm bringing Binge or Cringe to life. I'm bringing Binge or Cringe to the conventions, and I'm not going to go into full detail of what I have in store for it because I'm still working out the kinks. But the goal is to do one or two things. And this is either going to be I'm going to turn my binge cringe or trash into a panel, which is the form of the street version of binge or cringe when I asked that one question, but I'm going to make it more expansive into a panel version, or I'm going to, which I can actually do both. I can test both out, fill it out. Or the second one is I'm going to do binge or cringe. Binge or Cringe presents Don't Get Smacked for Talking Smack, which is combining actually both of my podcasts into one. And I think that will be thoroughly entertaining. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. Working out all the kinks for that right now. So I'm going to really I'm going to come home from work tomorrow, relax for a little bit. Then I'm going to buckle down and really like hash everything out and write it all down and work it all out, So that's the plan for tomorrow. So panels for conventions next year. That is the goal. I don't know how many I'll be able to actually do or how many I'll be actually accepted for, but the plan is to work and do it. I want to at least be able to hold 2 to 3 panels next year if I can. I would like that. Yeah, I know, Rob. It's been a minute, but I'm gonna bring it back. I got some people who gonna be interested in doing it, or interested in doing it. I just gotta excuse me. I just gotta bring them. What's it called? I just gotta pitch the idea to them again, and we go from there. But yeah, so panels. That's the goal. Going to do some panels, guys. I'm hoping I get accepted for them. What else? Oh, I don't know if I should be saying this yet because it's not really set in stone of like what I want to. It's really not set in stone yet, but I want a goal of. I'm gonna just say this because I want to work on it, but I'm working on it. You know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not. Basically, I'm working on something big. Working on something big, and it's something that I'm planning to try to do for next year. I'll keep you guys posted. Basically, it's going to be something I think that a lot of people will be entertained at. Yeah, I know, nail biter. It's not nothing bad. It's something really good, and it's something that I'm working on personally with a friend, and we're going to try to make it happen. And if we do actually secure the info that we need and get everything situated, like the baseline of it, or should I say the foundation, once we get the foundation secured, I will be more than happy to announce what is happening. So definitely just stay tuned for some future information. I don't really want to give it away without something be set in stone. But one thing I am going to be working on once I get some things together. I'm going to start working on actually producing apparel if I can. I don't know when, but I want to. I tried to do it before, but it does get costly. But I started meeting, and it does get costly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some basic designs, some basic shirts. So here's what I was doing. I had a design for my own personal anime daishiki idea, and I've had people, and I've made 3 of them. One I sent to a friend, one as a test run. And he showed it off and everything. I got the photos, and I'll be using those. There was another one that was like a dashiki, but in a dress form that I gave to a friend of mine, and she sent me the photos and everything like that. She's worn it, and I have the original, which is mine. So, yeah. So the plan is I'm gonna try to still do those. Those will be special order, custom only. So I need to, and what I mean is like, you order it, we'll make it, we'll ship it out to you, and those ones will be more expensive because those do cost more to make. So they'll be a little more expensive. But if you want one, you will get one. Now, I am planning on making a line of apparel or shirts that are going to be cheaper than that are going to cheaper than those, which we'll be able to probably not mass produce, but like produce multiple of. And I'm working on the designs right now. I'm about to talk to a friend of mine who I know does art, and help them get through it. Well, no, they're going to help me get through it. I'm sorry, I got distracted on the phone. But yeah, so I had some ideas for, I go by Ideal Tone, but I also call my people visionaries and idealists and stuff like that. I have an idea for a shirt with to combine anime elements with the thought process of the word visionary, and it's going to be fire. I'm going to do a mock-up of the drawing tomorrow and send it to my friend, and I'll throw him some money if you can make a sketch and do a final product for me. And yeah, and when I get the final product, slap that baby on a shirt and get the process rolling. Feel me? The other thing is, I actually am very cool with what makes a visionary and what makes an idealist. So the visionary idealists are basically the same thing. I looked for synonyms, and there's an idealist and visionaries are synonyms for each other, Rob. So that's what that is. The only thing is why I have the 2 separations is because originally, which I'm going to be open. That's another thing. I'm opening up my Discord to the public. I will be putting that link in, so people can join my Discord. I'm going to change the settings, and people can join the Discord and become visionaries. But the thing is, my Discord was the original reason because I needed 2 names. My idealists are my people who come on the podcast, who I talk to, who are friends, family, who are in my Discord. Visionaries are people who have the same vision and who enjoy my content and have similar visions and ideas that I have when it comes to anime and stuff like that, or thought process, or just like minds, people of like minds. But it is not to set them apart because they're still a part of the idealistic and visionary family. It's just that I don't know these people personally, but if I do get to know you, can you possibly become an idealist? Yeah, okay. It's not to set, because literally they're synonyms. Okay, they are synonyms. So literally, we're all one big group. We're all one idealistic, visionary thought process. We're all idealists at the end of the day. I just separated it for Discord reasons, so that way, you're a visionary, but you can be upgraded to an idealist because, I'm Ideal Tone. So it was nothing really too deep in the thought process behind it. I just thought of two. I just looked for something that was a synonym towards idealist, and it came with that. So, can you be a visionist? Rob, you're an idealist already in my Discord, but if you want to be a visionist, that's up. I mean, that's not. I don't even know if that's a word. If it is, cool. Um, yeah, sure, Rob. Whatever floats your boat, my boy. So, what was I saying? Yeah, opening up my Discord. Uh, Oh yeah, and then I was talking about I'm really cool with an artist friend of mine. Hold up. Yeah, so I'm really cool with somebody named Alan Z. If you don't know who Alan Z, look him up. You can look him up on YouTube, social media, and everything. Uh, he was actually in one of my he was actually in one of my Don't Get Smack for Talking Smack episodes, and I interview him. He makes music, he does acting, he does interviews and stuff like that. He's multi talented, man. He's a really cool dude, very chill, very very laid back. Um, and me and him had a pretty good conversation. I really enjoyed that. So, um, but what was I saying? Yeah, so I actually spoke with him not too long ago, and once I get the money together, because obviously I'm going to pay. I believe in paying people for their services or anything that they do to help. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I am going to. He agreed to do. Excuse me. He agreed to do a song for my content. Like an intro song for me, and I'm gonna send him the beat. And he said he'll do the lyrics and everything, and he'll record it. I was like, yes. I mean, obviously, there's a price for it, but I don't really care. And plus, I like his music, so I felt like he would do a great job. Plus, because of who he is, and he's in the anime culture a little bit. He's his recent video. He was dressed up as cowboy. He was dressed up as Cowboy Bebop. Or Spike. He was dressed up as Spike from Cowboy Bebop. Sorry, and he was rapping. It was pretty cool. So I was like, yeah, man. So and me and him was talking. We was catching up. Well, messaging each other. But he was catching up, and he was like asking. And I was me telling him what cons I'm going to next year and blah blah blah. And he was like, "Yo, come to MomoCon and blah blah blah." Because I think he's going there. And the last time I saw him, he was at BlurredCon. So. Rob, I don't know what you just typed, but okay. I enjoyed the enthusiasm, that's for sure. So yeah, so once I get the money for that, everything is going to be money. There's no getting around that. But it's stuff that I want to do, and I feel like if I have to put a little money into it for me to get something back out of it, I will. So. But yeah, so that's the other thing. So that song, I can't wait to get the money for that and work on that. Yeah, but other than that, going to keep it pushing with the podcast and the thing, and the streaming. For my actual channel itself, I will be doing streaming. I'm going to post my new streaming schedule. My new streaming schedule is going to be Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. As long as I'm not being too lazy. I'll be streaming me doing whatever, video games, watching reaction videos, just me talking smack with the boys, whatever, just having a good time. Nothing crazy, but only for a few hours every day after work. Tuesdays, I probably won't stream besides doing the podcast. Tuesdays at 8, every Tuesday at 8, unless I say I'm taking a break. We're going to be doing Binge or Cringe. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays are the days I'll be streaming. Saturdays, I'll be streaming from whenever time to whenever time as I see fit and as I want. Fridays, I'll probably stream a little longer. Friday nights, I have no problem streaming longer, and I probably will because, it's Friday night. I don't have to work the next days. Some days I might have to work a Saturday, but at this point in time, I don't. So, yeah, doing that. Just trying to be the goal. The goal is to grow the channel, be more consistent, and that's it. Um, I want people, and I have people that help promote and everything, but I definitely need more people to help to promote, like, and just promote the channel. Like, all I do, like, if I post something, all I ask is that you just share it. I feel like that'll go a long way, because I don't hit everybody, but that one share, you might hit somebody that one share, I might get somebody to start following me. I've never been able to, like, who never seen my stuff before because it's not in their feed, or whatever the case is. What I don't know what that's called. It's not feed or whatever, but algorithm. It's not in their algorithm. So let's saturate the algorithm. Or algorithms. What else was I about to say? Yeah, I think, what? I think I covered everything. The only thing I didn't say was that thing that I'm going to still keep hitting for a little while, but I'm glad I'm gonna keep hitting. I want you guys to be on the edge of the seats for when I make the actual announcement. So, but yeah. So the goal, like I said, goals, takeovers, panels, song, apparel. I think that was it. I might have missed something, but everything that I said, these are the goals moving forward, and I want to keep it pushing. I'm trying to think what else. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. Yeah, that might have actually really been it. Right now, for the panels, I'm just getting equipment together. I mean, obviously, haven't been selected to do a panel yet, but I have most of the equipment already ready to go. And then when you do panels, they give you equipment anyway. But there's equipment that I want to have for myself when I do these panels. You know what I mean? So that way I'm prepared. I'm not unprepared. What else? Yeah, I believe that's really it. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's really it. Just want to do the panels, apparel, takeovers, get more people on the podcast, share, and that's what it was. And then just being consistent with the streaming. I want to be consistent. Be consistent every week with the podcast, and be consistent with my streaming schedule, unless I'm really that under the weather or sick or whatever. Also, before I go, my next big stream will be the second half of the Pokemon DLC, the Indigo Disc. They already said when it's dropping December 14th. I am looking to stream both December 14th and 15th. I don't know how long the DLC is going to be, but at the same time, like, even if I beat it on the 14th, I will be playing on the 15th as well, streaming on the 15th, because your boy is going to need to complete the Pokédex again. Even though I did already, I'm going to have to do it again. You still have time, Rob. It's December 14th is when the next one goes live. So you got the rest of November and then a few weeks in the beginning of December. So, but yeah, man, that's really it. I am going to be putting my best foot forward to do what I need to do for Binge or Cringe and my channel, Ideal Tone, as well. So this is what I'm planning to do. I just wanted to talk about this. Like I said, I didn't really have nothing planned for tonight. But next week will be a takeover by my boy J Smack. I'm gonna just go and see here what the topic is. The topic is anime transformations, which I believe that any and everybody can join on that. So I'm going to be sending out a lot of invites and see if anybody wants to join for that. Anime transformations, man. We're just going to go in and geek out and say, and just like, we're just going to cause havoc on that episode. I know it. I know that episode is just going to be causing havoc. Anime transformations, and there's so many. I got to write a list down. I gotta put a list together for that. So many things you could talk about for anime transformations. It's going to get crazy. So definitely stop by and join us for that. If you can, I will be promoting it without the week. Oh, there was one other thing. I will be. I've been invited to be on a podcast myself. So it won't be my podcast. I've been invited to be on another podcast. He's actually an old schoolmate and friend of mine, and he has a podcast. His name is Misfit. Misfit. Yeah, Misfit. He's an old classmate of mine from high school, and he invited me to be on his podcast. His podcast surrounded about different topics and things like that, but mostly his podcast stems about music and stuff like that. But he's invited me on to talk about not only music, but like my channel and stuff like that and everything. So I'll be on that. So definitely, I'm going to start promoting that as well, and saying, hey, I'm going to catch me for this and blah blah blah. So look out for that. But yeah, I've been asked to be on a podcast, so hopefully that I'll actually be on more podcasts. I've been on a podcast before, like twice, but uh, this it's been a minute, so it's nice to get back in the swing and be on a different podcast. Actually, no, I've been on the podcast 4 times, 4 different podcasts. So yeah, definitely be nice to get back in there and whatever. So, but yeah, so stay tuned. There's a lot coming, a lot happening. And like I said, once that foundation is set for that other thing I didn't mention, I will be announcing what that is. And I hope you guys will be ready and willing to hear my announcement for that and be excited. I hope you get excited for it. So, nail biter, edge of your seat, be ready. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, so that's really it, guys. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening. For anybody who watches this after, I appreciate you guys. Yes, like I said, I just wanted to come here and talk, let you know what's going on, and I'm going to try to move forward and do what I got to do with this. I want to talk about this stuff. I want to do this stuff. I want to do a panel, even if I end up only doing one panel. That's fine. I'm applying. I'm going to do a panel somewhere. So, but yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. And like I said, I'll be opening up my Discord. If not this week, next week. But if you guys know me and reach out to me and you want to do a takeover, let me know. I got people asking me already anyway, and I've asked people already. So definitely, if you want to do a takeover, hit me up. I'm your boy, Ideal Tone, and we can make it happen. Especially if we know each other, man. Just hit me up. You got my info, just hit me up. So, but yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great evening. And as always, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made that known. Later.